block. Is that play designed to pick you up 5 or 6, and it got a little bit more than that?
Got 7 in the Blue Devils now. We'll have a 3rd down and 3, a short 3. Lanning sets him down. Lanning straight drop back, wants to throw, got to hurry, fires long for Schaefer, and it is caught.
It's got to be a touchdown.
Lebanon.
What a play by Schaefer. I do not believe it.
The official in the back end zone never called it, but the official here calls touchdown. Schaefer absolutely just took it away from the defensive man coming down. Touchdown, Blue Devils. What a catch.
John, you were a lot closer to that than we were. Extraordinary effort by Kyle Schaefer.
It's the guy who comes up with it at the end, and that's what Kyle Schaefer did. The D-back may have made the catch for the interception. Schaefer takes it away from him coming down, gets 2 feet in bounds. Touchdown, Blue Devils. What a catch, or takeaway, I guess you could call it, by Schaefer. Miller in to attempt a point after. Defendahl will handle the snap. It's not a good snap. He gets it down on the tee. He's done it all year. The kick is up. It's good. Blue Devils close the gap. 32-20. 8:03 to go in this contest. This sideline report is brought to you by Ron's Family Hair Design. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Picking up with Kyle Schaefer, his 3rd touchdown pass reception of the night. This one a 35-yard touchdown. Lebanon 69-yard drive in 6 plays. Miller has kicked the extra point. We've got 8:03 left in the game. Lebanon narrowing the margin 32-20.
Terry, you mentioned a stat earlier about Kyle Schaefer and those touchdowns versus his receptions. He's got an incredible ratio.
Right at 50%. Half of Schaefer's receptions turn into touchdowns.
Cole to kick it away. Long and high down the middle. Going to be taken at the 15, heading upfield. Got a little block at the 20, to the 25. He's behind everybody, to the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40. Lebanon misses him. He flagged down at the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, but hold on, it'll come back. Flag at the Lebanon 35-yard line.
They clipped Landon Baird, and really they didn't need to block him. It was like a scrum in the middle of the field. The return man, Goodner, I believe, got up in the middle of that pile of humanity, and the clip against Bradley will back it up. Holy mackerel. They really didn't even need that block. They had a wall of humanity there in the middle, just wedged it right up the middle of the football field for that apparent touchdown, but it's going to come back. Bradley will have it 1st and 10 at the Lebanon 45-yard line. Terry, the return, the penalty, the whole thing.
Tommy, the return by Goodner, 85 yards for a touchdown, but at the 30, they call a clip. BradleyCentral backed up 15 yards to the Lebanon's 45.
1st and 10 at the Lebanon 45-yard line. And they give it to the big guy, this time not much. Lebanon hits him at the line, and he still gets 2 yards. They pop him smack dab on the 45-yard line, and he still grinds out 2 yards on the carry.
Clyde, they had an answer for us on that touchdown from Lanning to Schaefer. They came back with a big play on that kick return. They get the penalty, and Bradley's offense once again, tremendous field position. 7:20 to go in the game. The clock running. Lebanon down by 12 points.
Al Morris sets his team, and they hand it to Goforth, and Goforth tries to drive through, squirts down over the 45. Going to be shy of the 1st down, but it'll bring up 3rd down and about 3. Lebanon with a man down across the way. That may be the tight end. Neighbors, and it is.
That is Neighbors. They're checking him out. Let's take a 30-second timeout. Lebanon trails BradleyCentral 32-20. 7 minutes to go in the game. We'll be back in 30. Terry Stafford and John Bryan bringing you this Lebanon High playoff game. Lebanon and BradleyCentral in Cleveland. 7 minutes to go in regulation. Lebanon trails by a score of 32-20. Looking across the way, Dr. Bob Kalin, team doctor for Lebanon. Kevin Wolf, the trainer, along with Richard Anderson and Moose Marshall, checking out Brian Neighbors. Are going to help him toward the sideline. Apparently a problem with his right knee. Neighbors comes off the field under his own power. He's got a noticeable limp, but the big fella, they're not going to help him off the field. He's going to come off on his own. John will check that out here directly. Lebanon will substitute with another defensive end, and in there to play will be Brody Farrell, a sophomore, 6 foot 198. Farrell goes to that strong side defensive end for Lebanon, as Bradley now looking at a 3rd down and about 3.
3rd and 3 for Bradley at the Lebanon 37-yard line. Motion out to Goforth, and they give him the football, and he slides outside, and he's got the 1st down near the 30.
Justin Forrest with the tackle. Forrest has been inserted into the secondary for Lebanon. Robert Langford, who injured his right knee in the first half, I saw him headed out of the stadium on crutches, ice on that right knee. You know, he blew up the ACL on his left knee against Cookeville. He's going to have that right knee checked.
Goforth again. This time they give it to the big fullback, and he's through to the 25, to the 20, inside the 20, down to the 17-yard line, and another 1st down.
John, I don't know if we're doing a good job of describing that push Bradley's offensive front is getting on our defenders. They are really getting up in our defensive front.
Undoubtedly the biggest up front team we've faced all year long, plus the largest, quickest fullback we've seen all year long, and that combination equals big yardage.
Motion to the near side, and they give it to the big fullback. Not much this time, maybe a yard to the 16.
To illustrate Blake Morris running the football, Terry, have we held him to 0 or negative yardage on any carry tonight?
Tommy, one time we held him to -1. He's carried it 36 times for 243 yards.
And he goes out of the ball game now, believe it or not. Bradley wants time.
Neighbors comes back in, so that's a positive for Lebanon. Beefy Martin has got a bit of a limp on his knee. We'll take a quick 30-second. Lebanon trails Bradley Central 32-20. We'll be back in 30 seconds. On WANT, WCOR Lebanon, and also if you're watching this Saturday morning, Channel 1 Video Productions, Danny Bruner, Tick Bryan handling the production of the video end on Lebanon Cablevision 3.
It will be 2nd down and 9 from the 17. And flags are down as they hand it to Goforth, I think, on the carry. Goforth moves inside the 15, inside the 14, down near the 13. But this one is going to come back. And it's going to be a holding penalty against Bradley there. And that big fullback was out for one play. Now they stick him back in. Number 33, his replacement, got an awfully clean jersey across the way. That's Tyler Westmoreland, a sophomore, and I don't imagine he's seen a lot of action this year.
I would bet that he hasn't got his hands on the football much. Checking back into the football game for Lebanon is Brody Farrell, and Neighbors will sprint out of the game for Lebanon.
2nd and 20 now for Bradley. And they give it to Goforth, and he's hit and dropped for a loss back at the 30-yard line. Goforth ran into his own man, tried to slide off, and the Blue Devils are all over him at that point. And he gets a magnificent spot at the 29. And it'll bring up 3rd down now, and
22.
About 22.
Chris Steelman made that play possible, Clyde. He just shoves the center back into the pile, and the running back had nowhere to go. He just got tangled up in that pile. Didn't get anything going.
3rd and 22. Al Morris, the quarterback, hands it to his big fullback, and he rips and snorts up the middle again, squirts down over the 25 to the 23 near the 22-yard line, but it'll bring up 4th down and about 14 from that point. 4th and 14, 4:15 left in the football game. Lebanon trailing by a dozen, 32-20.
Well, this is the field goal team. They have on the field, they got okay, there's Goins, the kicker. The spot will be at the 30-yard line. This will make it a 40-yard attempt. John, you've got the call of this field goal attempt.
Goins in to attempt the field goal. The kick is up. It's long enough. Is it good? They call it good. It is good. 3:48 to go in the game. They tack on 3 more. It's 35-20. 3:48 to go here at Bradley Central. We'll take it back to the station for this 30-second timeout from this Ron's Family Hair Design sideline report.
Return come in with Jonathan Goins kicking a 40-yard field goal. We've got 3:48 left in the ball game. It's Bradley Central 35, Lebanon 20.
And Clyde, they average 39.8 points per game. They've got 35 now with 3 minutes and change left to play. I watched them on film, and I was not that impressed, but I tell you what, I'm a believer now. These guys pounded at you.
What pro team was it that had the Hogs up front? Washington. These guys have got the Hogs up front.
And they play to their strength, and that's that power football right at you.
Well, they'll kick it away. Lebanon now down by 15. And here's Goins to kick it off. A short kick that Baird is going to take. Throws to the near side to Jones, and Jones has got some room. He's at the 30, needs a block, out to the 40, and to the 44-yard line, and will be knocked down at that point.
Good call.
And Lebanon, finally they get a flag.
Late hit out of bounds.
Hit him out of bounds.
Good call.
Lebanon coaches down there yelling, and they finally get the flag.
Lebanon throws the long lateral. Baird makes the catch on the bounding kick and throws the long lateral across the field to Jones, who scampers up the near sideline, and they pile him up out of bounds. John, a well-executed trick play on the kick return.
Reminiscent of the home run throwback we saw down in Nashville, and didn't work out quite as good. The 15-yard unsportsmanlike hit him out of bounds. We'll tack on a little extra yardage for the Blue Devils. We've got to score twice. It's 3:39 to go in the game.
All the way down to the Bradley 41, and the Blue Devils will have 1st and 10 at the Bradley 41-yard line. 3:40 or 3:39 left in the football game. Lannon sets him down. 3 wide outs for the Blue Devils. Lannon backpedals, wants to throw. Fires. He's got Jones. Jones trying to break a tackle. Can't do it. He's hit and dropped at the 35. A gain of about 6.
That's a nice throw on the comeback route. Jones comes back to the football. Lanning lays it right in there for a nice gain on 1st down. Lebanon picks up 6-7 yards there on that pass play.
Lebanon in a hurry. 3:15 and the clock ticking. Blue Devils with a 2nd down and 4. Lannon again wants to throw. Looks. He's hit and dropped. Sacked. Back at the 41.
They've called.
Roaring in there was that backup fullback who's in at a linebacker spot.
Clyde, they've thrown a flag on our quarterback for personal foul or mouthing or something. The flag is going to go against Lanning after he's sacked. The referee, the white hat, stepped right over there and dropped the flag right on top of where Chad Lanning was on his back. They're going to come tell Moose what the play was. John has got his headset where he can hear what's going on, and that referee wasted no time in making that call. John, can you tell us what happened?
I couldn't understand what he said, Tommy. I think Chad may have said something to the defender. I'm not sure.
Lannon back to throw. Looks. Evades one man. Running for his life. Coming to the near side. Lannon going to step out of bounds at the 48-yard line. And it will be 4th down and a mile for the Blue Devils. 4th and 25. And the Blue Devils may be looking at the football for their last time in this football game. 2:57 to play. 35-20. Bradley leading the Blue Devils.
Neighbors comes into the game at a tight end. No, he's not. Getting the play call in late. We need to hurry. Schaefer's already out there at split receiver saying, come on, let's go.
Lannon will set him down. 4th down for the Blue Devils. 4th and 23. Lannon backpedals to throw. And they set it up to Schaefer in the middle. But they've got him as he crosses the 50 down to the 48-yard line.